We are extremely privileged to have Professor John Chan Kok Meng. He is consultant cardiothoracic surgeon, Cardiac Vascular Center, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and he is honorary secretary, Malaysian Association of Thoracic and Cardiovascular Surgery. Professor John, welcome to our program.
Thank you very much. Delighted to be here.
Thank you. Dr. John, I think the same question to you. I was asking Dr. Shakil Farid, his different other engagements. So you yourself is a cardiothoracic surgeon, but you're also having different leadership roles within Malaysia and also other places. Please shed lights on those engagements too. What are the other things that you're doing?
Yes, so I'm very active in our Malaysian Association of Thoracic and Cardiovascular Surgery.
Yeah.
I'm the honorary secretary of the association, and this is the association which represents all cardiothoracic surgeons in Malaysia. So we are a professional organization, and our main activity now is focused on the education and training of cardiothoracic surgeons, including the continuing education of qualified surgeons, as well as increasing the capacity of cardiothoracic surgeons in the country. So we've been actively involved in helping to train more cardiothoracic surgeons in the country. And in addition, we've been advising the government of Malaysia on how to meet the needs of the country in terms of having adequate number of specialists, and also providing the healthcare services in heart, lung and chest surgery for the country.
Okay. And I assume that you also got extensive training in UK during your life. And
yes, I qualified from the United Kingdom, and I continued to work in the UK. So I was there for 22 years.
Okay.
And I moved back to Malaysia 10 years ago.
10 years ago.
Yeah.
Your experience in Malaysia, like what are the differences you have seen in your, for example, last decade, and what are the major progresses that have taken place in Malaysia regarding cardiac surgery and overall in cardiovascular treatment?
Oh yes, well, the heart surgery provision in Malaysia has improved tremendously in the last 20 years because the government has poured in huge resources towards building new heart centers which provide heart surgery, including in the more remote parts of the country.
Okay.
So that has definitely seen a growth in terms of resources, and the government has just poured huge investments into healthcare facilities for the public. So we now have 11 public health hospitals which provide heart surgery services for the country, 7 by the Ministry of Health, 3 in the public universities, and 1 by the National Heart Institute. But the challenge for us is the shortage of specialists.
Okay.
So we now have the facilities, but we do not have the skills.
Yeah.
And because part of the problem was that we did not have a structured training for heart surgeons for many years. And training was on an apprentice basis, it was not structured. So there was no clear career pathway for doctors who want to train to be heart surgeons. So no one went into heart surgery. So for many years, no new heart surgeons were produced in the country. So we are very short of heart surgeons. So we started a structured training for heart surgeons in 2016.
Okay.
So fortunately now we are producing 4 to 5 new cardiac surgeons every year. So we are hoping to meet the shortage of cardiothoracic surgeons in Malaysia. But the challenge also is Malaysia, just like in Bangladesh, we have remote parts of the country, the rural areas, where the provision of heart surgery is more difficult. So there are still parts of the country where we do not have heart surgery centers, just as you have the similar situation in Bangladesh. So, and also many doctors, many specialists don't want to work in the rural areas. So that is a challenge for us to not only build a healthcare facility in the rural areas so that they can deal with emergencies such as aortic dissection, which is a tear of the aorta. So if a patient has a tear of the aorta in a remote area of the country, it's difficult for them to travel to a big city to have their surgery because time is critical in this sort of situations. So the government is now looking at also building additional heart centers in the more rural areas. And the other aspect is education. And education, not of the specialists, because the specialists are all very well educated, but education of the general physicians to pick up and identify heart problems so that they can be referred on to the specialists for heart surgery, and education of the public because they have to be aware of when to seek medical treatment as well.
Okay.
So I would say that heart surgery in the major heart centers is comparable to what is done in the United Kingdom, but we need more of them, and we especially need the human resource.
Yes.
Yeah, we simply do not have enough cardiothoracic surgeons in Malaysia.
Very good point. You said that there's been some tremendous development that took place in last, say, 10, 15 years. Yes. Bangladesh is also very close to Malaysia regarding many aspects. Do you think we have some collaboration opportunities where both countries can be benefited?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Bangladesh is so close to Malaysia. You know, it takes me the same amount of time to travel from Kuala Lumpur to Dhaka as it does for me to travel from Kuala Lumpur to Kota Kinabalu, which is another city on the eastern part of the country.
Okay.
So traveling to Dhaka is just like traveling within Malaysia. So this is my second visit to Dhaka. I was here in February for the London Core Review course. And I've met now all the cardiac surgeons here, including those from the Cardiac Surgeon Society of Bangladesh. So we hope to build more collaborations between the CSSB and the MATCBS, our National Association of Cardiothoracic Surgeons. So to take the London Core Review, for example, when it was held here in Dhaka, we sent our trainees from Malaysia to come to Dhaka to attend the London Core Review course. So we can have more of this exchange of courses, and we welcome the trainees from Bangladesh to come to Malaysia as well. We hope to host the London Core Review in Malaysia next year.
Okay.
So we very much welcome trainees from Bangladesh coming here as well, not only for the London Core Review, but for all other courses which we organize. And we are hosting our scientific meeting in November and hosting the Association of Thoracic and Cardiovascular Surgeons of Asia meeting in Kuala Lumpur in November, and I've already invited all the cardiac surgeons in Bangladesh to come for the meeting so that we can exchange ideas and skills. On a more broader scale, Malaysia already collaborates with Singapore, Hong Kong, and the Royal College of Surgeons of Edinburgh to train cardiothoracic surgeons. So the trainees in these three countries take the same examination in cardiothoracic surgery in order to become a cardiothoracic surgeon. So if it is possible that we could include Bangladesh in the future, so there will be another country taking the same training and examination. And this is a way to ensure standards and quality in training, quality assured by the Royal College of Surgeons of Edinburgh, which is a 500-year institution. So there are huge potential for further collaboration between our two countries. And I've met the secretary, the general secretary, and the president of the Cardiac Surgeon Society of Bangladesh. So hopefully that now we know each other well, we can develop and progress the collaboration between our two societies.
Thank you so much, Professor John, and we really hope that this kind of interactions will open new doors for opportunities and collaborations, which will benefit both countries. Thank you so much for shedding lights on that.